Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lena and today we're going to be talking about my first maternity video. So I'm so excited for this one because this one is actually a really interesting one, especially since it's all about skincare and, maternity products you just have to have. So my very first product that I just had to buy was oils for stretch marks, that you get with like an expanding belly. And I was really doing a lot of research on like whatever was the most natural. And so I kind of have like a range of products that are from the lower price range to some that are a little bit higher. Nothing extremely expensive because, if I'm going to be buying an oil, I want to buy more of it eventually, especially if I do end up liking the product. So I did test out a few different ones. One I already know I'll be using all the time, but more in the future than now. And the other three are the ones that I'll be talking about today. I don't remember the retail price off the top of my head, so every time I go over a product, I will like insert it at the very top corner. Okay, so first and foremost, to make sure I was getting the best results with these oils, I made sure I started really early in my pregnancy. So I think I started around between 5 to 7 weeks. I don't remember the exact day. I probably should have kept track of what weeks I started at, but I'm already at 22 weeks as I'm filming this now. So these are my before pictures. On the left side, I used this brand called Hatch Oil. It's called Hatch Mama Body Oil. You might not be able to see it. Okay, there we go. I really like the packaging, and I'll show you guys a video of the packaging after I talk about these oils. This is a 6.6 fluid ounce bottle. It was actually a lot bigger than I expected, and it's glass, which is another thing that I really like. It's definitely more on the fancier end. This one was the higher end oil. The dropper was like in the box like separately, which I thought was really nice. And this is a really nice dropper too. It's a long glass style dropper. The one thing I like about this oil, and I don't know if you guys would like this or you guys have a preference, but two of the oils I'll be talking about, they are scented, but they're scented totally differently. This one had more of a like citrus note, and it was pleasant, but it wasn't like my favorite. This oil was definitely more on the thinner side. It wasn't like really greasy or like thick. It was like, how do I explain it? It was thin and it absorbed into the skin really well. I ended up accidentally spilling the bottle. Like literally I spilt it. I had only used like maybe this much, and I spilt it, and I ended up having like this much left. I was extremely upset and pissed off because this one was definitely expensive, and so I'm trying to use like whatever is left of it. As you can see, there's like a little bit left, so I'm just going to use the rest of it because that is actually one I'm not going to buy again. And then on the right side, was it the right side? Yes, it was the right side. I bought this belly oil right here. This one is called Glory for Mama. It's a belly oil and Stretchmark soothing serum. So it nourishes, rejuvenates, and maintains elasticity. This one is 8.3 ounces, which is kind of weird because this one is like 6.6 and this one's 8.3. It's a big difference because this one holds more oil than this one does. This one was a plastic bottle. This one had a very vanilla note in the scent. It smelled really good. I honestly like this one more just because it was pleasing to the nose and the smell lasted long. I wouldn't say this one is like super thick and greasy, but it's definitely on the thicker side. I saw really good results with both oils, and so it was just, it really came down to what I like preferred. So I definitely this is definitely my favorite. And I did buy 2 more bottles since they did go on sale. And I wanted to make sure I got as much of these as I could. The next one I'm going to be talking about, I probably won't talk about this, but it's the bio oil. I had to have my mom find this for me and ship it to me. This is honestly really good for like black spots, sunspots, whatever you want to call it. I have freckles, so I don't have black spots, but I would use this on my belly because it's good for scars. I think you can use this for scars in general, but I think this one is just for appearance of scars and stretch marks. And this one is definitely more on the greasy side. It doesn't really have a scent, I believe. I never really thought it did. I guess it reminds me of calamine lotion. Like, that's what it reminds me of. So I guess that's what it smells like. And the other one, which is definitely the cheapest product, this one is by the brand Honest, which I think is Jessica Alba's brand. They also have diapers and a lot of other maternity products on there for mamas and babies. So that's what they're kind of known for. And you'll see them like in grocery stores, Walmart, Target. A bunch of places have a lot of their body products. This is the Glow On Body Oil. This one was unscented. So if you prefer unscented, or you have like a sensitivity to like scents and stuff like that, or sensitive skin, this would definitely be your best bet. I bought 2 of these just because there was a sale and it was cheaper to bundle it versus buying 1. And I actually didn't use this on my belly. I used this on my body, but I noticed it kind of like made me feel a little itchy. So maybe try this on your belly to see how it reacts, or do like a skin test to see if you have any like reactions or anything like that. But this was definitely more on the affordable side. I believe it was like ranging between $14 and like $17. I wanted to get the best results possible for my belly, you know, and to keep those stretch marks away. So the best thing you can really do is to start really early in your pregnancy and start moisturizing. And it's actually made a really big difference in my belly and like the appearance of stretch marks. I mean, I'm getting stretch marks in other areas, but wherever I get them, I still apply the oil there. Since my breasts are getting really big because of, you know, with the pregnancy, and eventually I'll be nursing, I do get a little bit of stretch marks around here, but that's completely normal for women who have bigger breasts. I mean, I'm on the bigger breast side, let's put it like that. And like, you know, the lower back area, because my stomach is like getting bigger, my skin is stretching, I get a lot of stretch marks in that area as well. But as for my belly, like, let me show you guys real quick. So normally I would get stretch marks right around here, but I don't have any stretch marks at all. I did have some scars, and they've totally gone away. You'll see them in the before picture. I'll put it up here again. There used to be like kind of like, what do you call it, like line scars from clothing. Sometimes elastic bands make me like make a line appear that kind of like scars or rubs on my skin, and they're completely gone now. I think there might be a little remnants of like 1 or 2, but so far, like, I mean, this is my first pregnancy and my belly is pretty big. Right now it's a little bit flatter because I haven't eaten yet, but no stretch marks at all around the front. The sides are very minimal, surprisingly. Like, I don't know if I can show you guys really, really well. I don't know if you guys can see, but the stretch marks are very, very minimal. Surprisingly enough. Very minimal. I usually get them a lot around this area and somewhere in the back. I'm also starting to get like some stretch marks that will show up around like a groin area. But that's normal because I'm gaining weight. But it's nothing extreme, which, you know, I was expecting the worst. Because women in my family do not exactly have the greatest genetics when it comes to stretch marks. If I had to choose between all of these products, I would definitely go with this one if you like a vanilla smell. This one was definitely more on the citrusy side, but it's a little bit higher in price. I just didn't like it because the oil was too thin, and I felt like it evaporated too quick. And I didn't like that. So I use these oils every day after I shower, or I use them whenever I feel like my skin just needs some hydrating. And I mean, giving your belly some love is super important. It's a really good way to like put this into your, you know, self-care routine, especially when you're pregnant. You really got to take care of yourself. Make sure your mama's healthy, make sure baby's feeling pretty good. So anyways, this wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review of belly oils for stretch marks and how to prevent them. There are also some other natural oil remedies like sunflower, coconut, even olive oil and almond oil are really good. So just do your research if you want to use products that are more on the natural side. That's definitely what I wanted to do. So, hello you guys. So I really wasn't expecting to do this, nor was this going to be planned, but at the same time, you know, since I'm doing a Stretchmark product review, I might as well give you guys an update on Stretchmarks, because currently I am 34 weeks and a few days pregnant. I've always hated Stretchmarks. It runs really badly in my family, and you know, people say that stretch marks aren't genetic, but they really can be. It may not be like that for everybody, but not everybody is that lucky. At 30 weeks, I started to notice a lot of itchiness around my belly, and I started to notice some like dark lines. And I had my husband kind of look at my belly, and he was like, it looks like you've got stretch marks in like that lower pelvis region. And I was like, I hope not. So I really started to like hydrate my belly more and all that stuff, but I noticed it was just really itchy. And as the weeks went on, the stretch marks did start getting more and more prominent. And the thing is about stretch marks is when they're really new, they're very sensitive, the skin is stretching. So I had to ditch the oils and focus on hydrating my skin in a different way so it would relieve the itchiness. So currently I'm using the bio oil. It's really good for scarring and like fading stretch marks. Since I'm still kind of in that period where my belly is still really itchy and sensitive, I'm not using it as much now, but I'll probably use it a lot more closer to my due date, and probably definitely after my postpartum, because I'm also going to be using different postpartum products. So I want to show you guys what my belly currently looks like, and if you're watching this, this is on the left side, like this is the left side of my body, and this is the right side of my body. Alright, 34 weeks, and this is exactly how my belly is looking. It started off like being really itchy, like near my bats, and I started to notice that my bats were stretching. Currently, this is how it's progressed. It wasn't as bad before, but this is what it's starting to look like now. To be honest, in the future, I'm probably going to do like a cover-up tattoo, because these bats were my first tattoos. After that, they started to move towards the front here, and then they started coming upwards, because since 30 weeks, my stomach has expanded outwards like this. Not so much like this, but just more in the front. And so it's caused a lot of stretching, but it's honestly not too bad. I mean, it really did bug me in the beginning, but you know, it's inevitable, and you know, I'm honestly embracing it now. I will work on my stretch marks later on. You know, it's just kind of like a reality check. You just have to understand that it's gonna happen. But this is the beauty of, you know, being pregnant and childbirth. So yeah, this is my update so far. It's honestly not too bad. I'm actually surprised that it showed up near the end versus like in the beginning, so that is a good thing. This video was definitely a lot of work. I hope you guys found it pretty informative, and hopefully you learned something new about it. Hopefully you try out some of the products that I've been trying out doing since I was ditching the oils at some point. Aquaphor. That was the #1 thing that helped my belly stop itching. After I would take a shower, I would apply a very generous amount of like Aquaphor all over my belly. And not only was it still really hydrating, it helped a lot with the itching. Every so often I would apply my bio oil. I would say it's coming along pretty good. 34 weeks strong. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm finally have the time to upload it. Thank God. And you guys will see this video really soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys soon in another one. I promise. Until then, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload. And then, of course, follow me down here on my Instagram, where I post a lot of my pregnancy highlights and link all the products that I buy during my maternity and also postpartum. Until then, goodbye.